What's up guys, this is Dezm 101. I'm back with another video, a real special one this time. I just want to say thank you very much for 200 subscribers. Now recently I was able to pass the 200 subscriber mark, and I want to thank everyone for your support and watching my videos. Cheers! It's Friday night, enjoying a beer. So what we're going to do is take a look at some of the game room that I have here. Now it's nothing extensive or crazy, it's still in progress, so in the coming months and probably next year I'll have something a lot more fleshed out. I've only been to this place for about a year now. I just bought this house about a year ago, so I've still been kind of working on it and getting time to chip away and fixing it up and stuff. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get started checking it out. Alright, so we'll start over here with the game collection. That is a modest collection. It's what I'd call a well-curated collection. And I've got a few different systems here that I collect for. I'll probably make another video talking about why I collect for what system. Here's some of my video game memorabilia, if you will. And here is the NES collection. Some of the ones worth mentioning are the 3 Double Dragon games, 3 Castlevania games, 3 Ninja Turtles games, 3 Batman games, both Star Wars games, both Metal Gear games, and here's the Famicom games. And there's a box for the new Metal Storm that I got. You can also see that collector's edition there. And then here's my Sega Genesis stuff. Boxed ones. And then the loose carts. There's a few more back there. Got some 32X games. There's Ninja Turtles, Sparkster. And then here's the Sega CD games. Some of them are backups, not all of them are originals. Some of them are in cases that I made with original games. There's a Sega Saturn set, US games that I have right now. Still working on that. Definitely that's my favorite console to collect for right now. And then here's my original Xbox and Xbox 360 games. That one's pretty recent. I've only been recently starting to collect for those. There's my PS3 games. And the PS3 and Xbox 360 are the most recent consoles that I have. And there's PS1 games and Sega Saturn import games. And down here, PS2 games. And below that, we've got 3DS, Vita, can't really see it too well. And I got a bunch of Vita games down there. GameCube, some Wii games, and some 3DO games. I have to shout out the 3DO games. Right up here we've got my arcade stick collection, still in progress. Some of my favorite ones here are the Hori Saturn arcade stick, fighting stick, and this Dreamcast arcade stick. They're both really nice. And I also actually really do like this 3-button Genesis arcade stick. And this is a Mayflash. I don't remember which one, it's like a F60 I think. But I've put in Sanwa stick in there. I left the button stock. And here's some of my art. So I'm really into graffiti art and been doing that kind of stuff for a long time. So some of my art is actually in here. Here's a Legend of Zelda poster from EGM that I got from the magazine when it came out. Here's some images from a Nintendo calendar. And there is a Gradius painting that I did of the big core, the Vic Viper. A little detail there. That's Harry Potter death masks. The Death Eater mask collection. I really like that, it looks really crazy. Here's my most recent painting with the Contra boss from the waterfall. Got a bunch of these Nintendo Power posters. And here's some artwork that you might have seen that I've been working on. Some more Gradius artwork. There's Thunder Force 3 ship. And the R9 ship from R-Type. You might have seen these on Twitter if you follow me on there, or on my Instagram. Some sketches. Alright, and there's the backdrop for most of my intros. You can see I've got some Hot Wheels with the video game theme. My Gradius poster. Gradius Papercraft. Vic Viper. Ninja Turtles, Transformers, of course. There's a Mega Man that my friend gave me from an artist in Santa Fe. There's good old Simon Belmont that I drew. Another painting that I did. Yeah, there's the Vic Viper there, model kit. And this is a ship from Ray Storm. Some more figures up here. Ghost in the Shell. Macross, Ninja Turtles. If you've seen my portable video, you know it's my 3DS case there. The corner over here, so the house is kind of shaped funny. It's got these, it's like in an octagonal shape, so it's got all this extra space on some sides. So there's just a bunch of random stuff over here. That's my Blu-ray and DVD collection. I got some anime, like Baki, Simpsons, Evangelion. There's some Star Wars stuff here, so it's kind of like partially a Star Wars corner. There's a couple Star Wars ships, and there's a bunch more of them down here. And I've also got my Star Wars poster. That's the Metal Storm poster that came with the limited edition. This is some more Gradius artwork. And there's more Nintendo Powers scattered around here. Some guides. There's a top loader NES in a bag to keep it all nice and safe. And some of these extra Nintendo Power guides. Super Game Boy, Top Secret, Final Fantasy, Ninja Gaiden. Alright, and this is the battle station here. And we'll just start over this way. So the consoles that I have plugged into here, we'll first start with the SCART connections. So I have a SCART switcher with the Sega Saturn, the PS2, and the Sega Genesis Model 2 plugged into it. And then the Dreamcast is running through a VGA box, and that's an AVS with an EverDrive in it over there, so I can run all my NES games in HD. And over here, you can see it, there is the SCART switch for my Wii controllers and a bunch of other controllers. Over here, the SCART switch goes into the OSSC. If you want to know more about that, you can go to retrorgb.com or check out My Life in Gaming's video on it. That's an awesome peripheral to have. And then over here is the Wii and the SNES Classic. And then over here is the PS TV. And a few extra things down there, like the Wii light guns. Here is some Nintendo Power magazines. Got a bunch of the early ones here. The Ninja Gaiden 2, Mario, or the first issue right there. Definitely stoked to have that. I also wanted to mention that the rest of the HD consoles are going through this multi-input selector with HDMI. So stuff like the SNES Classic and the Xbox 360 and PS3 can go into there. And then it's all going through a splitter It removes the copy protection from PS3 and stuff, and it also gives me this extra HDMI output here that I run into my capture devices. So I have a couple different ones here. This is the one I've been using recently. It's actually been really able to capture a bunch of different outputs, and it has very little lag. So I'd recommend that. I'll leave a link in the description. And lastly, I wanted to mention in this room here is the Barcade setup here, which is just a really basic setup. I got a couple of these PXN arcade sticks. They're actually not bad. They've got micro switches in them. But I'm running a version of MAME UI 64 on here with a pretty good ROM set, so that's what you're hearing in the background of those Shinobi sounds. And this is where I load up a lot of images of arcade games and stuff like that onto Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter. And it's also worth noting that both of these setups, the TV and consoles over there, as well as this desktop or bar top, they both are connected to capture devices, so that anytime I capture video I can use either one of these. I think for this one for arcade, or use the main battle station, which is usually the case. And this is also that Namco museum that you've probably seen in it, the intros of my videos as well. I have been resisting doing a video on that one, mostly because it's pretty disappointing, and it's mostly just interesting to have around to look at. It is playable, it is fun, but yeah, anyway, let's continue. Alright, so the video games don't stop in that room. There is actually another room right here, the music room is what I refer to it as. We've got the CRT set up there. It's just a simple little Magnavox TV. But I've been playing my light gun games on it. There's the justifier for the Sega Genesis. I've been playing some Lethal Enforcers on there. And then in this setup we have a Hypercan NES that runs RCA output, composite. And then there's a 3DO down here. You've seen my previous 3DO video, that's the one that I modded. And then an original Xbox down there at the bottom. And then over here is a few games that will basically only run on original Xbox, because the Xbox 360 won't recognize them. And if we look over here, this is actually my DJ equipment, which, if you know, I'm also an electronic music DJ, and I have another channel where I upload my mixes onto there, so I'll put a link to that. And then here's some more of my artwork too that I thought I'd show. Some more paintings that I've worked on. Not that one, not that blacklight poster, that's not mine. But these ones are actually mine. Alright, and that's it. Thanks once again to everybody. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you next time.